When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.
But you were saying he's better than Syunshu.
Hey, listen. I say a lot of things.
You do say a lot of things.
I say a lot of things.
You do say a lot of things.
I say a lot of things.
Hello, welcome to another Touchline Fracas podcast. My name is Lewis and I'm joined in a building, an actual building actually. We are actually in a studio. Welcome back, lads.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Morayo, how you doing, man?
I'm great, mate. Liverpool are losing 2-0.
You look great.
Liverpool are losing 2-0 to Villa. That's all I care about.
That's the scoreline as it is. That might change.
That's the only result I care about.
But I heard it busted your acca.
What did I say on Discord? I'll take the loss.
Blood of your enemies, yeah?
I'll take that. I'll take the loss in my pocket for Liverpool to lose a game. That's all right with me.
To my right, I've got Seb. Seb, you ain't said a word since you got into the studio.
7 years since Fergie left and Manchester United still wallows. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm rattled. I'm absolutely rattled. Hey,
yeah.
Listen.
Man's not even speaking into the mic. He's so rattled. He thinks because he's got headphones in, he thinks he's used to the Zoom. He's used to the Zoom podcast.
It'll pick up the sound. It'll pick up the sound. Trust me.
And we got Sai from Touchline Hotspurs. He's looking very, very smug next to you guys. I have to admit, it's even making me feel a little bit uneasy. Like, I don't feel right about it. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit nasty if I'm being honest with you.
I've been waiting for Morayo, especially because on court side
in the long grass, yeah,
he's got no allegiance. So this is my time to get back at him for all of the smack talk.
He's been waiting. What did you predict? A 6-1 win? Yeah, a 6.
I said 3-2. Funny enough, so we doubled our goals.
3-2 to you lot.
One less than.
Or did you?
3-2 to us, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
we did have a.
Well done, innit? Whip-dee-doo.
We did have an error predict 7 goals.
Yeah.
In a game. So.
Before we get into the actual game itself, let me do a few bits of housekeeping. So you guys might notice, that we are actually recording the podcast on YouTube. So for YouTube, I should say. So we got the cameras, we got the cameraman. Big up you guys, actually. So this episode will be on YouTube sometime this week. Big up our Patreon community. I'm sure there'll be lots of people tuning into this week's Pogba Watch on the Mugger Patreon. What do you reckon, Morayo?
Yeah, it's just me and Seb, and I don't know how many weeks we can just discuss him playing shit. Like it's getting boring.
But the content's getting bare outdated after 2 weeks. Yeah, like you might have to knock it on the head.
No, we won't. So what we just discussed, because we did our last episode 2 is after the second Brighton game, so we'll record episode 3 tomorrow and just get it up. Just whatever in it. And I think we'll probably just have to bring more people on because. What? He was shit. What else are we gonna?
Do you want me to provide you the footage for the game as well? Would you like that?
No, not at all. I'm fine.
You don't need it. Okay,
yeah,
it's still lurking in the memory.
It's embedded in my memory.
Fair dues. So big up all you patrons. Make sure you subscribe to that. If you haven't done so already, then the links to the Patreon will be in the podcast bio. So let's start with the game today then. It got off to an interesting start because you guys got your penalty after 30 seconds, and then after that it was like you used all your VAR luck. It seemed.
The thing is, we started the Discord live late, and on top of that, like I turned on the game late.
I had to remind you, by the way. I had to remind you, do Discord live.
You didn't have to remind me. I
sent you a message.
You said, is it happening? I said, yeah, I'm waiting for the space to be created.
Okay.
So that suggests the space was already being created when you asked me. But anyway.
Dubious, I would say, dubious.
Dubious goal committee. Anyway, I digress. So the minute I switched the game on, Bruno was at the penalty spot. And I was like, is this a highlight of another game? Like, what's going on here? And how did we? I haven't seen the foul that got the penalty.
No, it was definitely a foul.
It was a foul.
Yeah, 100%.
And Bruno done what he. The only thing he does well at this point.
Just slot in pens.
And I thought, okay, you know what? Worst case scenario here, we draw, but really we could just shithouse this for 90 minutes and somehow grab a win. And then what then ensued afterwards is carnage. It's carnage. That's the only word I can use to describe it. It's comedy club stuff, man.
Well, let's go through the carnage, Seb.
Bro, why are you coming to me, bro?
The order of the goals. There's so many goals today. Like the order of it is kind of.
I've had to pull them up.
Oh, Sai's got them all up. So what was the first one?
I'm sickened.
Tongi and Ndombele.
Yeah,
right.
You know what? We
forgot
he scored. That's how long ago his goal was within the game. Like he scored the first one.
That was the one where Maguire made 4 mistakes in 3 seconds, right? Yeah. So
he fouled Luke Shaw.
He fouled
Luke Shaw.
Gave him like a spear or a flipping F5 or something like that.
I don't get it. Like, I
Miss the ball. Let me miss the
But
ball.
you were saying he's better than Sunshu.
hey, listen. I say a lot of things.
You do say a lot of things.
I say a lot of things.
You do say a lot of
I
things.
say a lot of things, and you know, for me today, my chickens came home to roost, innit? Do you know what I mean? I've been fucking done like a kipper. Fucking hell, mate. But hey, at least Marshall got sent off for one of my agendas.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, one of my
Come on,
agendas. You know what I mean?
Where down the street you got him in your fantasy league team, so that's not great news, is it?
Not anymore.
Straight out
Shit
next
guy,
week, yeah.
man. Fucking free game ban.
Free game ban for
Don't you
violent
think-
conduct.
Don't you think they're going to take another look at that, or do you think they won't?
No, not
No, because I think it's a right sending off by the rules. But what I do think is
Lamella should
your
have been
guy
sent
should have
off.
gone as well.
No, I think he was just doing what Jose told him to be. He was an intelligent cunt.
By the letter of the law, he should have gone though, no?
Bruv, I don't understand
I
why
don't
he
know.
didn't look at it. It doesn't make no sense. Like, do you know what? Sometimes, yeah, I just feel like some referees have this hero thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, once they've made a decision so quick, yeah, it's like, don't worry, I'm going to stand in it. Nothing's going to happen to me regardless. Do you know what I mean? And they just stand on that decision, innit? And I feel like that was like one of the few times it's happened with VAR where a ref has just made the decision and just said, fuck it. It just is what it is. And because it's one of those ones like, only recently we've seen refs maybe, you know, either doubling down on the red card or, you know, so, like we rarely see them rescind the red card. I think I may have seen it once at all. So really and truly, if a ref's given a red card,
Very
it's
rarely
highly
do they come
unlikely.
back and say it's not. The
Exactly.
only thing he could have done is sent them both off.
Yeah, he should have.
I think he
100%.
should have. I think he should have. Yeah, I think that would have made for a more
He's trying
interesting
to wriggle
game.
out of it. Go on.
I think the only thing that saved Lamella is the manner in which he's pushed his arm out. It's like a push that's gone into his neck. as
Okay, but
opposed
that
to-
should have been a minimum yellow card then.
I think he did get a caution.
No,
for
I
it.
swear he got a yellow card
Or it must
after
have
for
been
something
later.
else. Yeah, he got a yellow card.
So
for
he should have been
something
off.
else. Should have been off.
Should have been off. Come back on.
No
Come
matter
back
how
on.
you look at it, it's like he should have been off.
It should have been off.
Well, he wasn't. So. Oh well.
So, all right,
Sucks to be you, mate.
so what score was it when Marshall got sent off?
2-1.
2-1. The game was
The
still
game's
within
still on?
reach.
Wait.
No,
What was the second goal?
Revisionist. That's revisionist,
No, it's
man.
not.
We were
No,
all over-
no.
we were all over you, man,
Wait. You're all over us, but the game's not lost.
Yeah,
the game is not lost. The game is not lost. We've seen that happen bare times. Like regardless if Marshall stays on or stays off, the game, or gets sent off, the game is not lost, innit? The issue is once you get it's like a fucking double jeopardy pen. Once you get sent off, yeah. You don't just go and give the ball away straight away.
Bailly
gives the ball straight away.
That for me somehow feels worse than Maguire's mistake.
Yes.
Maguire's was just chaos factor. He tried to head it back to De Gea. He's called slabbed. And he's shit in the air. He's shit in the air. So he tries to head it back to De Gea and he messes. I don't know what he did. It kind of just floated.
Yeah.
It turned into a balloon for a second. So he tries to head it back to De Gea. Doesn't happen. It's like approaching Luke Shaw. He decides to grab Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
pull
Because he
Luke
wants
Shaw-
to do it. Wants to be a hero.
Luke Shaw down to the ground, and then Ndombele comes out of nowhere and just smashes it in for the third goal. So,
But you missed the second one. You missed the second one.
The second one was
Sonny
Maguire.
just roasted him.
Maguire fouled Kane. Kane was quality, by the way.
Look, you
today.
speaking too soon. Salah's just scored.
Yeah, I win either way, Governor. Maguire's fouled Kane. Like you said in the Discord, like you said, Seb.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's it.
sit on the ball.
Stand on the
You stand
ball.
on the ball. You do not give him a clear angle
hell.
to make any sort of pass. In fact, if you're a real shit master, you kick it like 5 yards away. So then they have to go and get it, and then everybody can get back into position. But Maguire fucking oh shit, what's going on? Another foul. Shit, don't lie, ref. And so he gives him a clear lane, and then as Seb mentioned to me, Bailly lets Son get inside, innit? And then Son just leaves him and Shaw, and they're both pretty nippy. I was surprised how quick Son was there. And then again, another quality finish, left foot over De Gea, CTE as we call him in Moga. Third goal now, yeah? We are a man down. We now have less players on the pitch than the other team. They're pressing high now because they're like, you lot want to play at the back. You can barely play at the back with 11 men, let alone a man less. Bailly, so De Gea gives it to Bailly. Bailly's looking at his options, decides to pass it to, was that Matic?
Bruno, I think it was, wasn't it?
Bruno.
Was it Bruno? Was it Bruno?
I think it was Bruno, yeah.
Fucking even worse. Even worse. Only player that I hate, Maguire's first, then it's Bruno. So he decides to pass it to Bruno. They, bam, right into him, straight away. Take the ball off him. Sonjin just squares it across the
Great
Kane.
finish though.
Yeah, that was
Oh
Harry.
yeah. Oh no, sorry. That was the one where he squared to Kane, right? Yeah.
That's Harry, and then that's 3-1, and then from there
Game's done.
it was done. That was
Game's
it. And
done.
then all the other goals, the fourth goal again was Luke Shaw has some obsession with tucking in. Like all game, Aurier was free down the right hand side, and a few times he was pissed they didn't find him, and eventually he got his goal, the fifth goal, right?
Yeah.
But Luke Shaw is always tucking, even against Brighton. Why does he always tuck in?
I've
Why
been
is he always
telling
tucking?
He's
United
too busy.
fans this.
He's used to tucking in his shirt to cover up his belly, isn't he?
I've been telling United fans this for ages. Look at Luke Shaw's positioning. Remember when I think it was Brighton, and I must have said something, and then I think you might have argued back, and I said, "Okay, just watch Shaw.
Just watch him
Watch his
for 5
positioning.
minutes.
Watch his positioning. Watch him for 5 minutes." I've been watching him on purpose for 3 years straight because United fans have been arguing with me that this guy is decent, and I'm like, listen, it's either you guys have never ever kicked a ball in your life, or you're just being, ignorant on purpose. The guy, his positioning is shit. He plays like some type of left back CDM type of position. I don't know where he made that position,
Well,
bro.
for the fourth goal, I was watching Shaw.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing man dart out to the corner of the penalty box for a cutback.
He's a sicko.
I didn't understand. He was marking a space on the edge of the area.
He
You're
moved,
the left back.
He moved away, like he was in the
Yeah.
6-yard box, and he left the 6-yard
He left the
box.
6-yard box.
The ball was already bypassed that part of the pitch where he ran
He
into.
ran
Like, I don't
away
understand.
from the ball.
I don't understand.
There was no one there. There
don't
was
understand.
nobody there.
I don't understand. He like Seb said, like the whole back four we have, yeah, none of them are starting quality for a team of Manchester.
I got told
United
Bailly looked sharp.
level.
I got told Bailly was your best centre back. I got told he looked sharp. He needed to be in the team.
The game before last, he was good, didn't it? But this performance is going to be damning of him, and it's deep because
He's never gonna return, is he?
I don't think he's ever going to
Better
return.
than- he's better than Lindelof and Maguire, but he's still not the necessary
He's the
level.
scapegoat, though.
He's not like we talk about him like he's a 19, 20, 21-year-old
Yeah.
prospect.
He's a big
He's
ass man.
grown
Yeah.
He's a grown ass married man. Like
It's deep, yeah, because what Solskjaer will say. This is the first time I started by, and look what's happened. This is literally
That's the
what
only
he will say.
conclusion he'll come
to
to,
the
yeah.
conclusions like he ain't been in the squad for time, and the first time I start him, yeah, it's all fucked. It's fucked up. And the thing is with Bailly, yeah, he in the Prem, every time he comes in, he seems nervous. Like when he played against Brighton in the Carling Cup or whatever,
League Cup,
the
yeah.
League Cup, excellent, amazing. He was the best player on the pitch. Then he earns his position to come and play in a Prem and start in a Prem, and he starts moving nervous, start doing things that he's not usually doing. He's taking extra touches. His touches are heavy, like he's getting caught on the ball. He does more stupid. It's weird because there's a flip side. Like one game he's amazing, and the next game he's rubbish. And Oli or any top manager is going to look at that and say, "Cool, the common denominator is you." Yeah, it's because I say the common denominator is you. And I don't think we can afford to play you no more. And as shit as Lindelof is, yeah, Lindelof don't do half of the things that happened today. Yeah, he's rubbish. Like 1v1, he can get had up. But again, he's heading the ball out.
Yeah.
He's heading the ball out. 1, 2, if we go a man down, he's not making that pass. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think anybody's
and that's the thing.
He's shit, but he's not going to do stupid
not gonna
things.
do stupid things.
He's like Rob Holding.
Yeah.
We know he's shit, but he's not going to do anything dumb.
He could get
Yeah.
moved to, but that's what I'm saying.
not gonna do
Yeah,
anything
but he's not going to do
dumb,
anything
yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, man.
So at half time, obviously Fernandez has gone off. Someone told me he took himself off to protect his sofa score rating. I don't know how true that is because
Probably.
Listen, we can't beat him. Listen, we get battered. He comes up at half time, but he gets his goal.
He's got his goal.
He got his goal.
Got his
So
goal,
you
innit?
can't beat Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, he got hooked, which says it all. Like, I hate the way he plays. I hate the way he plays. Push it to the limit, but like at all times. Like at all times. It doesn't matter what the phase is within the game. He's trying to push it to the limit. So I think it was still 1-1, and somebody like played it into him. It's probably Pogba, and he's like in between the lines, and it's like he's trying to play a pass to like a pass on the turn to Greenwood to go in behind Reguilon, just fizzes it so hard. Like, it's like, what's wrong with you? His application of the simple stuff is so bad, and then he'll come up with a goal or a defense splitting pass. That's why Mr. Make things happen. Mr. Make, you fucking make shit happen, man. So obviously he gets hooked. We also took off. Who else did we take off?
Matic?
We took off Matic, but before we
McTominay,
get to that,
yeah.
Bruno, yeah, you see that meme, yeah, that
Sebs.
basketball meme,
Go on, sir.
yeah, you see that basketball meme, yeah. where it says, you only lose when you stop shooting.
That's literally Bruno.
That's literally Bruno, bro. Like, my man doesn't matter. He's gonna keep shooting, bruv.
Can I just interrupt you guys? Aston Villa are 4-1 up.
Wow.
Ollie Watkins hat-trick.
Bow!
That one's for you, Marco.
That's for you,
That's for you, Marco.
Marco,
This is where I interject.
Alright,
This is where I interject. You man are getting happy again. Fuck all of that.
That's for you, Marco.
No Mane, no party, no?
Oh, shit.
Boy,
Harold was bubbling as well.
boy, they were bubbling.
you
I'm seeing the Discord chat. I'm kind of want to F this podcast off and just get in the Discord.
I'm on Discord right now, bruv. I'm on Discord right now. Letting the balls go, bruv. I'm on Discord right now.
I've never seen that sort of attendance for a Discord ever. Yeah, it is what it is. But yes, Sai, what was your perspective of the game?
So before you lot try and swing it as if you lot lost the game, we smashed you, man, in. We smashed you in. When Lamela is playing defence splitting passes and having your defenders all at sea, you know that you're shit. That's number one. Number two, Højbjerg has been terrible for 3 of his first 4 games? Dominated everybody. Pogba looked like a waste, man.
Pandemic
like
P getting
everybody just looked waste. Everybody looked waste.
We ain't going to disagree.
Yeah, paraplegic performance.
Paraplegic
Waste.
Pogba, yeah.
Then,
I
of
think
course,
there's a moment in the second half where Rashford was running down the line and Sebby was like, play to Rashford. Then he didn't. I was like, he couldn't there. But then he did some next man.
Bro.
Next
Jogo Benito. It's like a Nike advert. This guy was trying to film an own advert.
Some salsa dance.
He genuinely thinks he's playing 5-a-side. That's how he tried to play. And I'm just like, Pogba. In your head, you think you can do it. But this is real life, bro. This is real life.
You're not playing with your brothers in the garden, man.
Pogba reminds me of one of those guys, yeah, that they have dreams of doing a madness. So when they play, they're like, alright, cool, I'm gonna implement that. And you can never ever implement it. He tries to do the most fucked stuff. I think genuinely in his head, he's like, alright, cool, I'm gonna watch a couple vids of Ronaldinho and I'm gonna do it today. And he never ever gets it off. Never ever gets it off, bruv.
Sorry, I digress from Sai. Go on, Sai.
yeah, boy. We got 6 goals to go through.
Nothing more to add.
You know what? One of my favourite parts of the game actually was Pogba's performance on the left wing.
Middle wing.
I really enjoyed that. I really did enjoy it.
Middle wing. We've been calling for it for
Middle
a few
wing,
weeks.
man. Middle wing.
Atrocious.
Atrocious, man. Atrocious there. Atrocious there.
What was
Sebby, what was that whole conversation about Kane being done and his legs being off and all of that? And
He is. Kane, I didn't say Kane is rubbish, yeah? So when people say,
I like this call out.
When I said Kane is done, Kane is never going to be able to do the things he done before in regards
He's
to
just doing
all the
more.
running outside the box. He's creating more. That's the thing. He's creating more. I didn't say that his performances are going to dip. I just said he's not going to be the Harry Kane of old doing all the running outside the box. And that's why I said Kane is done. His legs are finished.
realistically, though,
But-
Kane was only that for maybe half a season. The rest of the time, he's still beating man off the dribble.
Off the dribble. You're making me
he is,
sick,
he
Simon.
is, he
You're
is.
making me sick,
Russ
bro.
Kane, yeah.
He's
Making
beating
me
him.
sick, man.
He's dropping a shoulder, leaving man, doing his little fumbly thing, and then smashing balls in the
So,
back. of the net.
Sai, you can confidently say with your chest that you didn't see a dip in Harry Kane
I saw as
over,
we've seen-
and not over the last 6 months. I'm not talking about a half a season. I'm talking about over the course of the last 2 or 3 years. Have you seen a dip in Harry Kane?
I think 2 or 3 years is very, very. I think that's a bit dramatic. I can't lie. For me, Harry Kane suffered from what Ali is suffering from: overusage. These men have played way too much football for us. We've not had backup for Ali. We've not had backup for Kane. We didn't have backup for Eriksen. We've only now just started to bring in able bodies in our team. I mean, and by able bodies, I mean not relying on Lamela to fill in for Harry Kane or playing Lucas Moura up top. Now we're starting to create a team that actually has a bit of depth. And with that, obviously, Harry Kane has always been prone to injury. He's got rubber band ankles. They're just flapping all over the place every time he gets hit.
I don't wish injury upon anyone, but I can't wait for that to happen. I know that sounds a bit nuts,
It's
but I
almost
can't
inevitable.
wait for the 4-week hamstring injury.
I can't back it.
You can't back it? Am I by myself?
Yeah, you're nasty youth still.
Yeah, no, Harry Kane's definitely. He can sense that, man.
Yeah.
Many men.
many men.
But the fact of the matter is towards the tail end of last season, so when the restart happened, the first few games he took ages to get into any sort of pace. And then by the Leicester game, he was bombing down the pitch, meeting balls at the edge of the box and smashing them in the back of the net. So again, that whole narrative, it doesn't really add any context. What it does is it shows what people hope happens. Because the moment Wayne Rooney's little suggestions come into fruition, or one of them plethora of flipping Manchester United legends sit there and go, "Oh, I know what United need, Harry Kane." No shit, Sherlock. No shit. Everybody needs a Harry Kane.
Do you guys need a Harry Kane?
Yes.
Yeah, we need a prolific striker. Yes.
Do you need him for 100 mil or so?
100 mil would be good, but they wouldn't sell him for 100 mil. But the thing is, our issues are beyond just sticking Harry Kane in there. Like, you stick Harry Kane into today's team, like what does
6'2".
Exactly.
He scores the other penalty. Right?
It's the same with sticking Jadon Sancho in. They end up looking a lot worse than they actually are. So for me, our issues still remain the same. At this point, I think we've set. I don't know which one's worse. Our midfield I don't know which one's worse. Our midfield or defense. Like, the thing is, our midfield has capable players who are playing shit. Our defense does not have capable players. So I'd say the defense is the main priority. So it looks like we've got Tellers in now for 20 million. That means Luke Shaw gets to sit on the bench.
Thank God.
Harry Maguire, like, I can't even fathom a transfer that's worse than Harry Maguire's. Like, when you consider
Kepa.
No. The only reason Harry Maguire still starts is probably because he's English, like, and because you know how it is with the English media. But he's been atrocious. I can literally count his good games in one hand. Like, when I'm talking about, like, not average, like when he's actually had a good game. So with that, we're stuck with Harry Maguire, which means the person beside him has to be so good, so clear as an individual defender to have to carry themselves and carry Harry Maguire, that really we're not going to go anywhere anytime soon with him starting for us. Wan-Bissaka is he's good defensively, excels in certain areas of defending others. He's a bit more shaky, like his positioning and the fact that he likes players to come onto him and try and beat him, then he goes for the slide tackle. Like, that's the scenario he wants to happen every time. And in a bid to get the player to do that, he'll give up a cross, and that leads to dangerous situations happening for us. So the defense needs the most work, then the midfield, and then the attack. Like, the attack is shown between Rashford, Martial and Greenwood. They'll get goals. They'll get in and around 20 goals each, and that's enough to propel us with Bruno's penalties coming on top of that. So for us, like, it's not really going to change anytime soon. Ollie's shit.
2 questions on that. How do you think Wan-Bissaka was today? Because for me, I feel like just following from like lockdown and his poor form, I feel like he wasn't that bad today.
Relatively speaking, he wasn't, because there are just so many other players who are worse than him. But it was like,
and is it not
the last goal we got turned inside out? Like, I thought he'd done his ACL, his MCL, every CL, NCL, DCL. I thought they were all gone. They were all finished.
My head is spinning on that.
No, the thing is, every player is going to commit in that position. Because you think he's going to shoot, you have to commit. So he got done there. It's Pogba's one. Like, Pogba didn't need to slide there. It didn't make no sense. And
that was ridiculous.
And the thing is,
I think he was hoping he would get sent off.
And the thing is, I could call it again. Like,
Shaw tried to get sent off as well.
They're sickos. The
Shaw tried to
mentality.
get sent off.
Guys, like, fuck it. Like, I'm done.
Mad.
I'm done.
What? Yellow?
That's a red.
He was
he went shit.
Ref, what, you gave red cards to Martial for that, but what about mine?
Yeah, no, it was terrible, man, and also, like, Greenwood looked quite bright, popped up a few shots and that, but
I think defenders have worked him out.
No, they haven't. But I really, really, really concerned about, like, Martial. He's still yet to have a shot on target.
More red cards than shots on target.
Man, yeah, still yet to have a shot on target.
Look me in the eye.
How many games?
Look me in the fucking eye. You're looking outside. Look me in the fucking eye when you say that shit.
It's fucking concerning, man, because, like, you're supposed to be our striker. We've had a few games and you haven't had one shot on target. It's fucking disgusting.
How many chances is he? How many goal scoring positions is he?
Even if you got to shoot from 30 yards,
I feel like
like
that's,
Rashford.
I feel like that's one of those, like, arbitrary, like, NBA stats. Last player to get like 30 rebounds, 14 assists, 2 steals, and 1 turnover since 1978.
No, it's just a shot on target.
He looks.
I mean,
we're asking for much, innit? We're asking.
Morayo's bringing up Hall of Fame.
No. The point I'm making is that him having a shot on target. So let's say he'd had a shot on target. Yeah. He hasn't scored. What does it mean? It's completely. It means nothing that he hasn't had a shot.
No, but
on target.
his job as a striker is to get shots on goal.
But I'm just saying. Let's say he still hasn't scored no goals, and he has.
Even more damning, more records than goals.
He has
crazy, man.
What I'm saying
we could have gone with that narrative.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that let's say he's had this shot on target. What else does that do for you? Like, it's not worth mentioning he hasn't had a shot on target. I'd rather you just say he was poor than he hasn't had a shot on target.
For me, yeah, do you know, like all jokes aside, actually, no, the joke's gonna slide. But I personally feel like my strikers have to pop off shots, innit? Like when strikers shoot and they miss, that's fine, whatever. Martial. That's why I say Martial isn't a number 9. I feel like he's a good player. Martial is a player that should play in the team. He shouldn't be the number 9 because just like having that striker's instinct of being greedy and just shooting, yeah, he don't really have it.
Agreed.
That really, really annoys me. Like the dribbling, again, as I said, he will be a fantastic player and he has to play, but we have to find a position for him that's not number 9. And again, like mentality.
Left forward.
Yeah, like
definitely.
Right
Where's
forward,
Pogba going to play then?
Like left forward, whatever. And the thing is, I don't mind putting him left forward because Rash could do a job on the right or whatever. I don't mind. Like
best player today, I would say. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was.
Sure.
Was to be fair, and
He should have scored.
He did. He should have.
He was
100%
offside.
should have scored. No,
Yeah,
he was.
he was
Was
offside,
he? Was he off?
Yeah, it was offside.
Okay,
It was
okay,
offside.
all right.
They keep claiming his chance, don't they? Side. They keep
I didn't
claiming
know.
his chance.
He wants to
Morayo
know.
did
He
it
wants
earlier.
it.
Yeah,
He wants it to be a chance. He looks dabbing on me. He wants it to be a chance. So I'm happy it's offside. I'm happy.
I haven't got a Rashford agenda. I don't understand this.
Hey, listen, everyone's got a Rashford agenda, innit? That's why I have to come out swinging.
He feeds the children, man.
Hey, listen, do
love
you know what I mean? Prime Minister. So, man, it's just Martial, he just needs to do better mentality, man, on the floor. Yeah, man, 2022.
Don't you think he showed some mentality hitting Lamella back, though?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a hit, was it? He just did,
and he got
It
sent
looked
off.
like he wanted to
Really
turn
and truly, the most elite players, when Lamella hits him, he drops on the floor straight away. He gets Lamella sent off. And that's elite mentality.
You lot don't
That's
have Jose
not-
anymore.
Yeah, you got to floor him.
Jose.
You got to floor him. Like, look, what would have Roy Keane done? Eh?
No, but Ronaldo, as soon as Lamella just flicked him, he would have dropped on the floor.
Yeah, but I'm saying
And
you got to
that's-
do one or the other.
Yeah,
You've got
you gotta do
either
one of
go,
it. You can't do halfway.
yeah, exactly. You can't
so
do it
does that mean you're
half-hearted.
calling Lamella a elite player?
I like the mentality. Yeah, I like the mentality.
He's a
Drop like
Jose.
a
Dirty argy bargy.
Yeah, I like that.
So let's finish up on Tottenham before we move on to some other games.
Yeah.
So I've heard some rustling, some rumours about a potential title challenge from Spurs with your fantastic window that you've had this season.
Boy, before lockdown finished, I did say I didn't want Europa League because I thought that would hinder a title challenge.
Yeah,
Because genuinely,
but it's difficult to lose to Macedonia's finest.
It's true, but it's an extra game, and I mean we've taken it in stride, much to my surprise, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, you're making me sick still.
What's that penalty shootout win over Bulgarian Plovdiv?
They're still not in the Europa League. They're still playing qualifiers.
Oh, is
No,
it?
no,
No, they're in now. They're in now.
We're in
The
now.
group.
Was that
Yeah.
just one game?
So we had three.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, fair
three
enough. You're
games.
in now.
3 games. So
Macedonia, Bulgaria, and Israel.
we're in the premier European competition. So yeah, hopefully we can go and win that. To be perfectly honest, though, like there have been signs over the last few months, especially of us sort of making a bit of a shift into a respectable team.
Okay.
We're starting to see that we actually have a bit of a formation. We're starting to play a 4-3-3 now, which is what I've been calling for months.
Got Ndombele on the pitch.
And Ndombele is on the pitch, and he's
Did he
bagging
complete
it
the
up.
game today?
He did.
Oh my God.
No,
did.
said he was gassed.
That should be a stat.
He's always gassed.
That should be a stat. Ndombele, more goals than starts, or more goals than 90 minutes completed, or something like that.
It's pretty close to be fair. He's got like four goals or something stupid like that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
About 3 starts under Mourinho.
I don't
so-
remember how many games Ndombele's actually finished, but
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
yeah, you guys look good. That's where my praise is capped. At that.
Regulon looks like a player.
Yeah, reggaeton.
Like-
Yeah.
He was
He looks
shit
like a
today.
player, man.
United should have got him.
Stop
shit-
it.
it was shit
Leave it
today.
out. Leave
I don't
it
think
out.
he did much today. I don't think he did much
He
today.
was quiet,
it
but
out.
when he did get on the ball, he's definitely going to be a
Aurier was the one more impressive to me, but I think that was because they were more right-sided bias.
I mean, and that's one of the hallmarks of our players to just release Aurier on that side, sort of let him do his headless chicken thing.
He hasn't really
Score a
quite
couple
lived up
goals.
to the hype that he was supposed
Who,
to.
Aurier?
Yeah.
I mean, his stock is in the garbage,
I
isn't
mean,
he?
you're not even not
He's
quite.
just
he
as
hasn't-
rash as they thought he was going to be.
Why didn't
he's-
Doherty play?
We've just been rotating.
Okay.
Did
All
Doherty
right,
play on
rotate
Thursday?
against United. The lack
he
of
did, he
respect.
I
The
mean,
lack of respect.
I mean, to be honest, like looking at the United team and in terms of players, like when you mentioned Wan-Bissaka, I forgot he was on the pitch. Can't lie, and
I can never forget Wan-Bissaka's on the
I can't
pitch.
ever tell with him whether or not it's because he's not performed or he's just not done anything bad.
Quietly
Do you
gone
get what I
about his
mean?
business. I don't know with Wan-Bissaka, man. He's trying in it. What can you say? He's in a shit. Like they're all in a shit situation at this point. I just want Oli gone. Like
I was about to
Oli
say
was in his interview and he talked about talented players and he did air quotes. Talking about our players,
Oh mate,
talented.
Yeah.
He's done, man.
Yeah. All right, listen, I'm not gonna lie.
He
Before
was like, Lamella, well, something in his throat, eh? You know.
he was trying his best to like get some jabs off, but it was weak. It was so weak. Like you just got banged 6-1, you pussy man. Just shut up, man. Like it was so weak. Like it was trying to get some banter off. And bruv, to be honest, man, as I said, bruv, Oli, if you love the club, man, just go, bro.
If you love the club, go.
Just go, bro. Let's go.
If you love the club,
That's what we used to say to Arsene Wenger. If you really love us, Wenger.
If you love us,
if
man,
you love the
fuck
club,
off, man.
stop earning $4 million.
Yeah, stop helping and fuck off back to
Yeah,
fucking Switzerland or wherever you're from.
No way.
No way.
Fuck,
To
man.
Mulder.
Wherever, bruv. Just fuck off.
When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.